I wonder how the MMDA will write out a ticket to this one. The license plate says Hunter, and if you look on the back, there's no plate number either, no conduction sticker. So impossible to identify the vehicle.
Wala akong plate number. Meron po yan. Wala kami matitikitan, boss eh. Paano ba yun? Nasaan po yung plate number?
The driver said he has license plates, but they're inside the vehicle instead of attached to the vehicle. It looks like he's also got a ticket already as well. So I don't know if he's really taking it seriously. I guess the only good thing is that now he's installing the real license plate. Hopefully he'll really leave it on there. There's a lot of people complaining, I don't have my plate from LTO, I've been waiting for my plate. And then people who've got their plates, they're hiding them, they're putting stickers on them, they're putting masks over them. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're on Banawe and they're checking if these tricycles really have a terminal permit to be here. You can see there's nowhere here for pedestrians to go except walking the road. Since there's no driver, it will go on the back of the tow truck, or in this case they'll just lift it. And there it goes now to Tamana in Marikina City. I did see the driver come out, I think for that black one on the flatbed, but obviously he's too late. So they gave him his impound notice and advised him on the process. And across the street you'll see more vehicles going up on the tow trucks, again for obstructing the sidewalk. They could adjust their garage a little bit so they could be further forward. And up goes the Honda now. And there's another one going up on the tow truck. It looks like they might just be here for repair because that vehicle looks like it hasn't moved for a long time. I just wonder who painted that yellow line on the sidewalk. Maybe it's the barangay trying to find a way to legalize this. I'm not sure, to be honest, but if you're in a wheelchair, a senior citizen, anyone that's unsteady on their feet, that tiny little space there is not going to be enough without risking falling in the road. And this is exactly how the sidewalk shrinks every year. Just paint a new line and say, okay, that's now the sidewalk. That sets the new standard for where people can park, where private property can extend over. And maybe in a few years, there won't be any sidewalk here left for pedestrians and commuters. Of course, in between towing away vehicles, they also have to do traffic management, try and keep everyone moving. Traffic's not too heavy yet because it's still very early. That's the idea, that they go out and they clear the roads before people go to work. So the team are now walking far away from the operation area. What that means most likely is that they had to chase someone. So here's the story. They chased this motorcycle rider because he wasn't wearing a helmet or shoes. He was chased for a very long way and eventually he crashed into an L300. Then he just abandoned the vehicle. He ran away. So maybe it's a stolen motorcycle. That's why they flagged down a police officer and asked for assistance. And here's something that I don't usually include in the videos because it's not that interesting. But after they picked up the car, they usually move out of the way so they won't obstruct traffic. And then they start tying it down before they transport it to the impound. So there are a lot of things that people don't see on camera just because I cut down the video so it's not boring to watch. Same with the beeping, the honking and everything else. I don't include it because it doesn't really add any value. I'm just curious what happened in this area to result in all of this garbage being put into the road. Was there some kind of event? There is a street sweeper here clearing it up, but my goodness, who does this? Someone over here is burning garbage, which is really not good, to be honest. And that red one, wow, it's kind of small, huh? Anyway, it was pulled off the sidewalk. Usually the nice thing about small cars is that it's easier to park them. And I just saw them pick up this one off the sidewalk, PNP in the background there. Good morning, QCPD. This one here is being towed away, I guess because it's parked on a corner. You're not allowed to park on corners. This little schoolgirl and maybe her mother, were able to find a way around. But still, it shouldn't be a slalom course, a Tetris game. You have to weave in and out. You should be able to just walk straight along the sidewalk And there's 2 more vehicles over here being picked up for obstructing the sidewalk. I can't tell if this is an office building or a condo building, but nobody's come out for either of the vehicles, unfortunately. If there was a driver, they could just take a ticket and drive away. It wouldn't have to get towed. Sometimes they have to give it a little bounce just to make sure it will line up with the tow truck. Obviously they don't want to scratch the wheels or really cause any damage to the vehicle. The people here have really nice houses, but so much parking on the sidewalk, so they're all being ticketed. That SUV that was ticketed for parking on the sidewalk is now being taken into the driveway, into their garage, so no more problem for them. They can pay the ticket via any buyout center or even through Gcash. The team are also writing out a ticket to this one parked on the sidewalk. It's not just cars being ticketed, it's also tricycles and motorcycles on the sidewalk over there. Some of the tricycles here don't have any drivers, so they might end up going on tow trucks. Actually, I'm not sure if they still have tow trucks. I don't see any. They might have been completed already. And this one here was already ticketed for parking on the sidewalk. He's very lucky there's no more tow trucks remaining. But it does have the more expensive unattended illegal parking, which is 2,000 pesos. Actually, it seems like the guy isn't so lucky after all. A tow truck just arrived. They might have already dropped off a vehicle and come back for round 2. So they'll update the ticket to mark it as impounded, and then they'll put it on the back of the flatbed. Someone came out now to speak to the enforcers, and I looked inside the garage. There's a lot of space. Sayang! If they just put this inside, it wouldn't be towed away right now. A lady did give the keys to the towing crew and said put it on the truck nicely. So that's actually easier for everyone. And some of those tricycles that you saw earlier were already loaded on the back of this tow truck. Look what I just found. Good morning. Yes, you're all beautiful. You are the masters of the human race. And one day, you will take power back. But for now, you just pretend